man. Hank
Yes,
Lundy, what's good,
sir.
Hank?
Ain't nothing, man. Living, man. Enjoying life, man.
All right, Hank, you coming off of a decision victory in your last bout.
Yeah.
Um, you flirted around with retirement back and forth. Like one moment you retire, one moment you come back, you get a W. Overall, how you feeling, yo?
Man, I feel good, man. I'm ready to go, get back in the ring. You know, I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I was going through a little something. But you know, with me, at the end of the day, I fight through things. So the boxing part of it, I just can't let it go, man. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, I got time to myself, but I cleared everything out the way. Now I'm ready to go, man. It's like, I mean, I'm back at it.
How do you want all right, so in a perfect world, you were thinking about retirement, but
Right.
I'm guessing that you want to end it in a specific way. How do you want to end it?
Well, it's like this. I'm gonna keep it real. About the time I announced my retirement, I really was going through like a big divorce, and with me, what I was doing, I was trying to fight through it, but it really took a toll on me. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not mistaken, one of the Charlos was going through the same thing, and he took some time off. But
Yeah.
what I do, being as though I'm from Philly, and for me to get over things, the only thing I get over is fighting my way through everything. Yeah, I mean that's the type of life. That's the way we live in Philly. Yeah, I mean it ain't no, take some time off and get it together. No, we fight through it. And I knew at the time, it wasn't the right thing to do, but you could say it was the right thing to do because it kept me sane, and some of that anger you could let it out in the ring. But in all reality, I had time to get myself together, and I feel as though I'm in the gym 24/7. I'm sparring with these young guys, and I'm beating the hell out of them. I still got a lot left in the tank.
All right. So a lot of times fans see fighters as machines. They see fighters as just warriors, but you're human.
Right.
How does outside life, like personal life, affect what goes on in the ring?
It could affect the fighter in a major way. I remember at one point, my kids, man, my kids' mother, my oldest son mother, they understand what I was going through, and I'm trying to provide for them. And I always had them in the back of my head. So it was like when I had my youngest, they didn't quite understand, I'm married, I'm trying to juggle that life, you know what I mean?
Mm.
On the other half, raising my kids, they don't just understand that type of life of living, so I can really say, I had more understanding with my older kids and my older kids' mother than my younger, son mom, because she didn't really understand. And it's like dealing with that type of lifestyle, that's a different type of lifestyle, man. And just alone with an athlete, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people they want the fame, they want the glory, they want to be in them fights and everything, but you got to learn to live to deal with that type of lifestyle, man. It's different. Everybody can't deal with it.
Do you think that's something that's overlooked that a fighter's wife or significant other has to be very disciplined and has to be entrenched in the sport as much as the fighter?
Most definitely, because at the end of the day, you got to think about it. For me, for instance, had some big fights on the table and you know made some big moves. So at the end of the day, I'm not fighting just for me. I'm fighting for us. And your other half, she have to be understanding and willing to know that at the end of the day, I'm not just going out there for us. I meant for me, I'm going out there for us, for a better living, and you got to be locked in, 10 toes down, man. It's crazy, but I'm gonna be real. Most women they don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear that shit.
At all, yo.
They don't
They
want to understand it. That's like a different topic right there, and it's crazy, man. Because us as men, we fighting and putting our life on the line. But at the same token, they don't understand it. That's a whole different That's a whole different subject right there, my guy.
Yo, they literally they literally it's all it's they want the fruits,
Right, they
but they
want the
don't want
fruit, but
yeah.
what the yeah, I mean, it's a different type. It's a different game, man. I really could say that because I've been in it. You know what I mean? I experienced it. Like they could take, but the same token, you know what I mean? It's like when the money popping off and everything, they with everything, but it's like grinding for the fight, the cooking, and all that, making sure my body is well prepared to go to war. You
Mm.
got some females they can't deal with that. Then I actually experienced this, man. I'm a fighter that's fighting on ESPN, Showtime, HBO, The Zone. I'm all over TV. You know what you married into, but they don't want to deal with what comes with it. You know what I mean? They just want to sit back, gimme, gimme, gimme. But why I'm going to reward you where you couldn't help me get to where I need to be?
I, yo, I think that the women that was dating the guys and the amateurs, they have a better perspective. Like they know, okay,
Right,
he's cutting weight. Let me just stay out of his way. You know what I mean? Like
right, right,
I,
right,
Andre Ward was with his wife since the amateurs. So when they
right.
get in the pros, she has a very
She's has
very clear
she has
perspective. Yeah.
a better understanding, more knowledge to know. Okay, at the end of the day, I know when he get home from gym, there's certain things he can eat. That plate be ready, but it's like it's love. It's not loving for a check. You got most females, they want to be there in the limelight when the TV come around, but when that TV come off, are you still going to act the same way and do the same thing that you supposed to do?
Hmm.
That's a big topic right there. You know what I mean? When that money come around, it's a different type of love.
Let's talk about your career for a second.
Yes, sir.
You got close to 50 fights. I think you might 48, 49. Like you almost there.
48 professional fights. Yes.
Looking back at everything, what are you most proud of?
You say which looking back at everything, what you say again?
Looking back at your whole career, what are you most proud of?
Oh man, I shared the ring with some of the great fighters that you see today. And the thing about it, my 48 professional fights, you know what I mean? They were really wars. They weren't no BS fights, you know what I mean? My
Mm.
name will go down as one of the top guys in the sport that did it his way, how he wanted and when he wanted. Nobody was in my pocket. So I still sitting on some bread, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, I can say I'm a fighter that was smart, learned the game of boxing, and I did it my way.
What is it like to compete for a world title in Madison Square Garden?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I've been in there with some greats, man, and they've been boxing their whole life, and they never reached the plateau that I reached. So you gotta think about it. I'm gonna be real. I was a fighter. I fought at Madison Square Garden, and I just look at it as another venue where my name will be known, and I know what I do. It doesn't matter where I go in the world. After you see Hank Lundy fight, you're gonna become a fan. One thing I learned about this boxing game is you got to learn to entertain at the same time. And that's one thing that I took a hold of. I grasped it and I ran away with it. I'm a showsman. You're going to get a whole storyline with Hank Lundy, baby.
What's Hank Lundy's favorite performance?
Oh, man.
David Diaz?
I really could say I got some hits, man. I
I'm
got
saying
some hits, man.
David Diaz knockout.
David Diaz, you got Luciana Jose, who had the number one spot in the world, and he called out Danny. Danny being my homie, I said, you know what? Instead of calling Danny out, fight me, and I beat the brakes off him. Um, you got David Diaz. I can even say the Terence Crawford fight. You know what I mean? Went up in weight. and I held my own. He just was the bigger man. I really had some hits. I have some hits on there, man. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna be real. A fighter like me, where I came from and how I did everything, I don't think I could get a fighter that could match me like that, man. I really did it, and I did it my way.
All right, so when we talk about what's next, you said you want to get back in there, right?
Right,
Yo, I know this person. I know this person is your friend, right? And I'm not trying to start no shit, but we talking about fights, resumes, and what makes sense. I
right.
know he's looking for a fight. What do you think about a you and AB fight? First off, the lead up would be incredible.
Listen. I'm gonna be real. I beat the shit out of AB. Listen, there's one thing about it. At the end of the day, man, I've been in three camps with him. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. The fight's still on the table. I'm in shape. I'm not fat. Listen, I'm good. I'm in shape. I stay in shape. And I'm still training. I'm in the gym. These young boys that we got coming up now, actually, Mark Dawson, I just got him ready for a fight. He fights at 147. So I've been working. I'm just waiting on the date. We could get it. Let's run it. After he fight this guy, he gonna fight. That fight still everybody want to see. Hank Lundy and the Adrian Broner fight. Who won't want to see that? Let's go.
147 pounds?
I move up to 47. It ain't nothing, man. One thing about me, I've been fighting on the streets my whole life. I'm open class. I'm open class to whoop ass. Got me. You know what I mean? I'm open class to whoop ass. Let's go.
I always wanted to see that fight. I thought that was a good fight.
We
First
we
off,
we, we listen. We could get it, man. Listen, man. I ain't ducking no smoke. Like I say, man. Don't look. I'ma be real. I'm 41. I'm gonna let y'all young punks know my name. You know what I mean? Know my age. I'm 41, but I don't look it. Get in that ring with me. You ain't like, damn, where 41 at? Let's get it. I'm in shape, baby. I'm ready to go.
so he's definitely fighting Michael Williams.
Michael Williams, yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. I would love to see that, man. Two dudes
Listen,
that never ducked anything. That
hey,
fought
yeah, but
real
I ain't
tough
even gonna
competition.
front. Mike Williams, you know what I mean? Listen, I put it like this. If you get past that test, knock on my door. You know what I mean? Knock on this door. We gonna see if you really wanna fight. You know what I mean? If you really wanna fight a real dog, you know what I mean? Let's go.
All right, so I got this new segment, Hank. It's called The Best I Ever Feast, all right?
Right,
So I'm gonna name an aspect of boxing, and you're gonna name the person that you've been in the ring with that had that who was the best at that particular aspect, right? Whether
right, let's go.
sparring, amateur, or professional fight, right?
Right, let's go.
Right. Best jab you ever faced.
Anthony Thompson.
Let's go. What was it about the jab?
Sharp. At that time, that's the only I'm gonna be real. When I came into the boxing game and turned pro, that's the only thing I had when I first started off was a good jab. And
Mm.
I remember going down to Bozy gym. I was supposed to work with I think I worked with Corey Evans. We did our work, and then I sparred with Anthony Thompson. And Anthony Thompson was the man, and the only thing he was using was a jab. And me and him, we was going to work with the jabs. He pulled me to the side. He said, "Yo, people just don't understand what it takes to have a jab like that." And that's the only tool I had. I had a strong, powerful jab. I can knock you out with my jab, because I'm left-handed, but that jab was something crazy, and I ain't gonna front.
Yo, you left-handed?
I'm left-handed. I'm. Listen, why you think I turned
You
southpaw?
sneaky bastard. Yo, I never knew that, yo.
Yo, I'm left-handed, but I can punch with my right hand, but I'm left-handed. So I gotta say, Anthony Thompson, man, a big learning experience. You know what I mean? He gave me game, man. He was like, yo, at that time, he was the man. He said, Hank, you got an excellent jab. And I beat some of your, like K. Karumba. He works with Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, he's training
I
them.
actually, I actually beat him for the Eastern Trials. And I actually threw a monkey wrench and spoiled his plan about returning to the Olympics.
Mm.
12 fights.
Yo, I forgot that Kate fought. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
12. K was the man. He was the man. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I had 12 fights when I fought him compared to their 100 and something fights. I was beating these guys and I only had 12 fights, man.
uh, biggest puncher.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of people would say Terence Crawford. I can't really say that. I would say Patrick Lopez. Patrick Lopez broke my jaw. I ended up winning the fight, but that was the biggest puncher I fought. Patrick Lopez.
Broke your jaw?
He broke my jaw. After the fight, I went to the hospital. I woke up the next morning. My jaw looked like I had a grapefruit. I came home to Philadelphia. They kept me in the hospital and I had to get surgery, man. Patrick Lopez broke my jaw, man.
Damn. Like, what was it about the power? Was it sharp power or was it like thudding power?
I'm going to be real. Me being a boxer puncher, it was like most of these guys, they never really could get a clean punch. It was like that sneaky punch. I was
Mm.
on the ropes. I'm not gonna lie. He caught me with a punch. I came back. Sloan Harrison, man, the great Sloan, the legend, legendary
Legend.
trainer. I
Legend.
come back in the corner. I said, Sloan, something wrong with my jaw. I spit in the bucket. All this blood, my tooth, my wisdom tooth came out. He said, what you got to do? What you want me to do? I said, I'm going to fight. I got these kids to take care of. He said, I wasn't stopping the fight anyway. Let's go. And we beat the brakes off him and won. Defending my NABF title. And I was actually at Mohican Sun on
Mohegan Sun,
ESPN.
Connecticut.
On ESPN.
Yo, if you're in the comments, we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to watch that fight.
Yes, sir. With a broken jaw the second round. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna break down defense in aspects.
Right,
All right,
right.
we're gonna go best body puncher.
In the sport today.
No, that you
Oh, with that I
face,
sport?
Smart. It's
I'm
all
gonna
it's
be
all about
real.
who you've been in the ring with.
No, no, no. Listen, I'm gonna say Beltron.
That's a good one.
Beltron, but I have questions about this because when he fought me a fight after, he got caught for steroids.
You did.
And that fight after me, I questioned it because I caught Beltron with a hook and I watched his eyes roll in the back of his head and he was on the heels of his feet. Then he came forward and smiled and dapped me and went to his corner. So, but I'm not gonna lie, he caught me with a body shot right before I hit him with that hook. Cause he caught me with a body shot and I was mad as shit. And I hit him with the I ain't gonna lie, listen, that body shot I got caught with, I bit down and I caught him with that hook right at the end of the what round was that? I think it was like the fourth round. Caught him with a hook. And I thought he was going out, man, and he ain't go out. Beltron, I gotta get a body shot to Beltron. He man, listen. I said, shit. That belt, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You talk about most fighters tell you when you get hit with a body shot, look, excuse my language, they tell you your asshole lock up, you can't move your legs. That body shot caught me, man. Yeah, Beltron, man, all day. Yep.
Best timing.
Best timing. I'm gonna say John Molina. I was winning the fight, hands off. John Molina put his head down, threw a punch, and caught me. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I went to training camp with him when he fought Bud Crawford, and I beat the shit out of him because of that. And I beat this. I beat John Molina so bad, and they put 18-ounce gloves on me for that fight. And I actually kind of fucked up that fight with him and Bud him and Bud fought because I always had that shit in the back of my head. That motherfucker caught me, man, and it looked like
Yo, you was
you know.
comfortable. You was winning that fight comfortably, yo.
But this is the thing about it. I was sick. Most people didn't know. My promoter, I ain't gonna tell. I mean, it was my manager, a manager I had. took some money out of her account, right? The mom called the son. I heard some money was missing. They kept on, oh, eat this, eat this, eat this. I ate it 15 minutes before the fight. I lied to you not. And if you was to ask Jimmy Burchfield, because Jimmy Burchfield's my promoter, I was in the bathroom throwing up, trash can full of throw up. While I was on the toilet with runs, man. Came
Wow.
out, came out. I had food poison. I was poisoned, man. But most people didn't know I really was sick as a dog, and I'm not a fighter that tell anybody I'm gonna go out there and fight. And this is why I have so much respect and for Sloan. Sloan looked at me dead in my eyes, and Sloan said, "Man, rest his soul, man." Sloan was like, "Hank, do you believe in me? Do you trust in me?" He said, "I need you to listen to everything that I say and go out there and do it." I listened to Sloan, and you know, it was funny. The last round, John Molina threw a variety of punches, and they stopped the fight. Whereas though I was cool, the mob down there, they was trying to kill their referee. I'm gonna be real. They had the cops had to escort the referee out the venue because it was BS. It was really BS. But I say John Molina.
Hand speed.
Hand speed. Who had the fat? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I gotta say it was me.
Can't be you though. It can't.
Man,
Got to be an
listen,
opponent.
my hand speed was unmatched. Nobody. That's what I was known for.
Yeah, but you gotta give me somebody that you was in the ring
Hand
with
speed.
that had fast hands. Sparring,
Oh,
amateurs, professionals, it don't matter. Hand speed.
oh. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, hand speed. Hand speed. Damn.
The first person I thought you was gonna say is Pooh.
I did. But I never sparred Pooh. I never
Oh, you
sparred
never
Pooh.
sparred Pooh? Oh, okay.
I
I thought
never
y'all went
sparred
together.
Pooh because interview. I never sparred Pooh because with different weight classes and you know we
Mm.
never sparred. But I do. I ain't gonna lie. I always idolized Pooh, hand speed, and he was like one of my favorite fighters, Roy Jones. Man, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. I always used to say Pooh remind me of a Roy Jones, man.
That's fast
I
as
never
shit.
sparred, but it was I ain't gonna front me sitting around Philadelphia, it had to be Pooh.
All right. All right. So we gonna say defense, feet. Who had the best feet all the way around? Offense and defense.
That I've been in there with.
Yeah, the you.
Oh man, feet work. See, this is kind of hard because when I was coming up, I was the guy with the ass hands, the feet work, and fag. Ah, mm. I'm gonna be real. I will say Sean Porter.
Okay. I
Sean
like that
Porter.
one. I
We
like that one.
both football guys. I've been in camp with him. Both football guys, real technical. And the stuff that him and his dad worked on, people think it was just a gimmick, but they really worked on this stuff. How to position yourself, how to punch your way, how to get away from stuff. I've been in like camp with Sean. That's actually like my bro, man. Like I would say Sean Porter, man. Sean Porter all day.
Yo, I watched him spar Boots, and I appreciated him so much more. Like watching him work and being up close and in
Right.
fights. It's like I got a chance to like really look at him. I'm like, damn, like showing a lot better than what people think.
Exactly. And then I'm not gonna lie, for him to be fighting at 147, like one day, the reporters came down and I got him ready for AB. And you see what he did to AB.
Mm.
And it's like this with him. I gave him a look at AB, but I put a little bit Hank on it. And
Mm.
one thing about it, his dad was like, "This is why I brought Hank down here. Hank ain't gonna let nobody punch on him." And one thing I can say, my bro used to look at me and say, "I hate you," because at the end of the day, I'm coming to win a sparring match. That was just me. I'm coming to win a sparring match.
Head movement.
Head movement.
Head movement.
Um, head movement. Head movement. Head movement. Dang. I've been in there with everybody. Oh man. Head movement. Who can I say? Head movement. Head movement. Head movement. That's a
Te-
toss.
Tev?
Kevin Carmody.
Kevin
I
Car-
remember
okay.
Kevin Carmody. I'm gonna be real. Kevin Carmody, a slick guy from Philadelphia. My 40-minute amateurs. You know what I
That was
mean?
Greg. That's Greg Trainer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Carmody. His dad was Big Kev. Little short guy. Kev could really go. I 40-minute amateurs, man, and I ain't gonna lie. After that fight, his dad was like, "Yo, you the only fighter where my son after a fight, he actually really had to go lay in the car, put a cold rag over his face." He said, "Yo, I knew when you fought my son, you was gonna be something special," and that came from his dad, man. And Kev is one of my guys, and he one of the guys that kept it real, man. He said, "Hank, when you beat my son, I knew you wasn't no joke, man. I knew you wasn't no joke." So I gotta say, Kevin Carmody, man, from Philadelphia, man,
Best chin.
best chin. Um, best chin that I fought. Hmm. See, I'm not gonna lie, not taking nothing away from Crawford. I will say that, but we didn't go 12 rounds. Um, best chin. Whereas though I knew I cracked the mug, and I'm like, damn, he's still here.
Yo, you and
Damn,
you and Bud, you and Bud was fucking mixing
that's what I'm
early.
saying.
Like, damn.
That's what I'm saying. And you know, at the end of the day, it's like nobody ever touched him like that. And like most of the guys were scared of him. Hank Lundy ain't scared of nobody. We gonna rumble. We gonna
Mm.
rumble. Um, best shin. Shit. Who can I say best chin? Best chin. Best chin. Sparring. That's crazy. I've been in there with some guys, man. I ain't gonna front. I gotta get this one to Lamont. I've been in there with Lamont.
Mark
Lamont,
Peterson?
yeah. I've been in there with Lamont. I can really say Lamont. Lamont Peterson, yeah.
All right. Last question. Most skilled fighter you ever been in there with?
I'm gonna be real. Adrian Broner.
Mm.
Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner. One thing about me, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. He has some of the fastest hands. You know, I had speed. Like I told him, you was more sharper and punching a lot more at 135. You know, I say Adrian Broner. I'm gonna give props to where props due. Adrian Broner.
Toughest fight.
Toughest fight.
Was it Patrick Lopez because of the jaw?
I ain't gonna lie. Patrick Lopez, that motherfucker could punch, broke my jaw. And one thing about it, you're not gonna knock everybody out. Um, No, I'm not even gonna say it was Patrick Lopez. Um, I might have a little theory about this fight. I fought Azor. Azor is a guy that Devin Haney fought, but Devin Haney stopped him in the USA.
You
I
talking about
fought him over.
Zara
Yeah,
Abdulayev? Yeah,
yep. I
I
fought
remember
him in
that.
Russia, and I feel as though that guy was. I feel as though because Devin Haney stopped him with a jab, and I'm gonna be real. Devin Haney don't have the punching power that Hank has, and he stopped this guy with a jab, so that lets me believe that Azor was on some type of steroids. After the fight, his around his body, red, that there was like black and blue marks on from body shots. He pissed blood. When he pissed blood, he pissed out this dark shit, and they kicked me out the room. So I knew Azor was on steroids after because when they did the piss test, we both was in a room for a piss test, and I witnessed that. They kicked me out the room. And I knew when he came over here and it fought Devin Haney stopped him with a jab or something like something like that. I went 12 rounds with this bull. I bit my tongue had a slit in it.
Mm.
I bit through my tongue.
Oh
And
shit.
we fought 12 rounds. Mike Tyson got in the ring. Mike Tyson, they paid Mike Tyson to come out. Mike Tyson said to me personally, he got in the ring, you Philly, I'm Brooklyn. Mike Tyson actually told me I was a fighting motherfucker, man. Jay Prince. I met him through Jay Prince, and Mike Tyson actually gave me a standing ovation, got up on his feet, clapped for me, man. I went to war down there, man. I say Azor.
Hey Hank, you've had a lot of like classic joints where motherfuckers like left the arena like, damn, that was a good fight. So Beltran was a good fight. John Molina was a good fight. Um, shit, Chop Chop,
Yeah.
Patrick Lopez. But for some reason, because of the lead up to this fight, right? The lead up to shit talking, you and Crawford is the fight that everybody goes back to, right? Tell us, like, one, how did that fight get made? Two, talk about the preparation heading into that fight.
Okay. Jay Prince once again, my guy, man. I was actually training for a fight. I was supposed to fight Frankie Gomez with Golden Boy,
Mm,
but I always was hearing that Gomez like to come in overweight. But me preparing, I was already down at 135. So Jay Prince gave me a call. Hank, Bud coming to Madison Square Garden. I thought about it. I know boxing. Who the hell are they going to get for him to fight Madison Square Garden to sell it out? It's all about putting them butts in the seat too.
mm.
I looked at Jay. I called Jay Prince. Me and him FaceTime. I said I want to fight. I already knew what Jay was going to do. I want to fight. He said, Hank, I ain't even talk no money. I said, I want to fight. Man, listen, I know me. I'm going all broke, trash talking. You know what I mean? I'm going to get you madder than mad. And one thing about it, when he pushed me at that weigh-in, I said, I got him. I'm in his head, something crazy. And most fighters don't know, but most of this fight game is mental.
Mm.
And that's why I had some of the success I had because Crawford he really was trying to get me, and he abandoned.
Yes.
Yo, he was trying to get me, and it worked to my advantage. You see what happened? And then one thing about it, they asked him, could I punch? And one thing I never shy away from, that he said he got some pop. He gave me my respect. He said, no, Hank Lundy is really a good fighter. You know what I mean? He don't get the credit that he's supposed to get. And I ain't gonna lie, through the heat, the moment and the tense things we was going through, getting ready for the fight, he kept it real. That's why I give him respect. Even I seen him when I fought on the zone, put a guy down, beat the guy, but they robbed me. It was all love. You know what I mean? Somebody asked me, like, how y'all two able to, talk to each other? I said, you gotta think about it. At the end of the day, We go to camp for 3 to 2 months, and we trying to really kill that person in the ring. So it's like once we get over with the fight, we look at each other. We the same. We come from the hood, and we all trying to make it out. So some fighters we look at that. Yo, we the same at the end of the day. We the same. There's no love lost. He got his hand raised, but he know at the end of the day, Hank Lundy will run it back any given moment. I ain't scared of a damn soul.
What is it about him that, like I said, you fought a lot of good guys, like Mauricio
Right, right,
Rivera. Like you fought a lot of guys. I think you fought like 9 or 10 undefeated guys.
right,
What is it about a a, a guy like Crawford that makes him so difficult? You were able to have. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. You had more success. He was heading into a mega fight like
right,
last year, and it was looked at as like the Tommy Hearns Sugar Ray Leonard, and it didn't look
right.
like you had more success than Earl Smith. What is it about him that makes him a difficult fight?
Um, I'm gonna be real. It's just will. It's like if a fight not going your way, for him to be in there and find a way to get it done. I'm gonna be real with you. Most fighters they don't have that will or that determination where you in a fight and if it's not going your way to on the spot right there at hand to go to a different game plan and get it done. And that come from being in the streets. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, everyday life and survival in the street and life.
Mm,
And one thing about it, I could really say from me being from where I'm from and him being from where he's from, you could adapt to things. You know what I mean? You're going to get it done. Most people ain't got that killer instinct in them. It's like when I was in that ring, I really was trying to hurt you and take you out. I didn't care what happened if you go home to your family. Maybe after the fight, after my adrenaline stopped pumping and everything, but Crawford possessed that same thing, whereas though he got to feed his family. So it's either you or me. And that's one thing I do give to him. And you see that's what he do. He's a mean guy. It just you got to be a special fighter to take advantage of what he give you. And that's what I did that night. That night of fighting, that's exactly what I did. I'm a guy that don't care. I don't care just like you don't care. I gotta feed my family too. So if this mean me dying in that ring, that's what I'm willing to do.
yo, that was a fucking that was a fucking fire fight, yo.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm not gonna front, man. Like I really trained for that fight. It was crazy. The night of the fight, we did the official weigh-in. I weighed in with all my clothes on, man. Had my warm-up set. I think I was like 145, 147. Crawford, he weighed in with just his boxes on. He was 160. I know how he got there, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I listen. The night of the fight, when we both walked to the middle of the ring. I looked at my coach because we had a game plan. I looked at him. I looked at my coach. I said, "Man, fuck that. We gotta take this shit to the streets." I told him just like that. I said, "Listen, that boxing shit go out the window. We gotta fight, man. We in a fight. We gotta fight. Look how big that motherfucker is." Yeah, man.
yo, yo, because when Bomac said that Bud should have been at 68, I'm like, damn, for real? And then I watched the weigh-in today, and I'm like 67.5. I'm like, damn,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't I
you
didn't
gotta think about
for
it
me, I
too.
didn't realize I didn't realize how big he is until
Yeah,
I seen him in person. Like you see him
right,
when when we see y'all out of camp,
right. Yeah,
then
we get
like
big.
fight week, y'all completely different dudes. Out
Yeah,
of
I'm
camp,
not
we,
going.
we see how
Yeah,
big y'all are.
yeah, I'm not gonna front. Right now, I'm like 165, but I'm muscle though. I'm not fat. It's like I play football and I'm stocky. So when people see me, they be like, "Damn, man, you bigger than a mug." But I'm not fat. I'm husky. Like a lot of fighters, they be like, "Yo, you still in shape." I'm always gonna be in shape. It just I'm no, I was a weight guy for the football stuff. So, I get a little husky, you know what I mean? But Yeah.
Hank, I seen you when you first come back to the gym. Hank, you big as shit.
No, listen, I'm not fat though. That's the thing
No,
about
no,
it.
I
I'm
ain't
not
talking about
fat.
that. I'm talking about this though.
Yeah, I'm husky.
You got
I'm
a
husky,
like
but
you got like
I'm
real
not.
really wide shoulders.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. And you could tell when I'm fighting. You could see up on my shoulders that I got wide shoulders and
Yeah.
everything. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm there, man. I'm waiting now. I'm about to make some moves. I'm waiting to come back, man. I've been training every day, you know what I mean? So I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting.
Shit, I mean, yo, man, those uh those influencer bouts, yo, they I've been seeing dudes fight misfits. I think Tony Ferguson just knocked out Salt Poppy.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I would love to see you against an MMA dude, yo.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I was kind of talking to Dane Feldman and
Mm.
Marty Feldman. I did a celebrity boxing, but I wanted to do the bare knuckle. You know, listen, I'm a
Yo,
fighter. I'm a fighter. Let's
Austin
get it.
Austin Trout's in it. Jamel
Listen,
Herring's in it.
Jamel Herring, that's my
Yeah.
guy. Um, I was in talks. I'm ready. Like, listen. One thing about me, I tell people when you don't hear from me, that's when you should be worried. I'm always working.
Yo, the people in the comments, because you the person that could give probably the best analysis. They asking you about who's gonna win tomorrow. Canelo, Crawford.
I'm gonna be real. See, this the only thing that I kind of worry about with the Crawford fight. I know Crawford, being as though I've been in the ring with him, when you hit him, he want to get his get back. And that's not going to be a good thing for him. At the end of the day, Crawford wants to fight. He don't mind brawling. And that's just where Canelo going to have his most success. It's crazy. You can work on one thing, but when you in that fire, when it's time to fight, me knowing that Crawford loves to fight and he don't have no problem trading, I think that's when he gonna get into trouble. When he stepped to Canelo and try to match power for power with him, is not that's the only thing I fear. I think if he box and keep him at bay, he might have success. But what happens whereas though you can't keep that man off you. Canelo knows that you a little guy. So he gonna come in there, he gonna want to feel your punch of power, see if you really could crack, you know? So I'm not gonna lie, I got Crawford on the boxing, but like, how long can you keep that man off you? It's weight classes for a reason. Be real.
If you're gonna step to him, Hank, when do you step to him?
I say step to him. Like one thing about this, I'm gonna be real. Put that jab on him. Work that jab. When you working that jab, touching that body, I say around the sixth, maybe seventh round, start going at him. Because now you gotta think about it. In the midst of them early rounds, he gonna be trying to throw power shots. And when you miss them power shots, that's when you get tired. So you think about it. If he throw a big hook or a big body shot and miss, and you step around, you hit him with a clean body shot. Don't think them body shots not adding up. That slows the man down.
Mm.
So if Crawford could have success every time he go in there and he throw big shots and he miss and you capitalize off it, he gonna have some, some daylight at the end of the tunnel, man. And
All right.
listen, I really could say if he could do that, it may be something sitting for you there in the 11th round. He might get it done
Mhm.
by the 11th. I'm gonna be real.
Now, Hank, you was the king of the stab and the up jab off the stab. Is that the key to this fight? Like you gotta stab
But
him, stab
right,
him, and then maybe also you let a check hook too.
right. But you got to see if Canelo wants to do that and is willing to do it because it's a price you got to pay if you miss. Are you willing to go through that price that you're going to have to pay if you miss it? See, one thing about me, I'm gonna be real. Excuse my language. When I got in that ring, I didn't give a fuck. On me, it was like this. I'm fighting because at the end of the day, I could be dead or I could be in jail. I could be in the streets doing something crazy. But I say when I'm in this ring, I'm gonna put it all on the line. So if you catch me, listen, I'm doing what I gotta do, and I'm winning regardless because I wasn't supposed to be here. So if it's like this, if them fighters got it in the back of their mind that they don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. That's what it all comes down to. I really didn't care. I went in there and I really fought because I wanted to be great and I didn't give a fuck. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I don't care about no zero, no O. You know what I mean? I was him. I really was fighting. I didn't care. But with them in the sport of boxing today, it's all about keeping that zero, staying undefeated. I ain't give a damn about none of that, man.
Who you got winning, Hank?
I'm gonna be real. I got Canelo, man. I'm sorry. I got Canelo, man. I'm gonna be real, cause like I said, me being in the ring with Crawford, and I know once you crack Crawford, he gonna want to get his get back. And when he try to get his get back, that's when he gonna walk into some trouble. I know him. He was that fighter where you catch him with a good shot, and the crowd, ooh ah, Crawford's not gonna stay disciplined. He gonna try to come get you. He want to get that get back. I know because I've been in there and I seen it in his previous fights. Soon as you tag Crawford, he wants to get his get back. And that's when I know he's gonna fall and just I'm doing this something big. Listen, you can tell them to do what they gotta do. I really listen. I'm on the line. Yeah, but go ahead.
As far as you go, how do you want to end it?
Huh?
How do you want to end it? You. How do you want to end the story of Hank Lundy in boxing?
I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the day, I'm already gonna go down as one of the greats of Philadelphia. Yeah, I mean, but it's like at the end of the day, I want to end it with another belt around my waist, another belt around my waist, and I'm going out with my head up.
What weight makes sense for that though?
I could say 140. I'm disciplined. I still can make 140.
47 got some motion though, Hank. It ain't like
I
it's
go. I
real
go. I listen.
47s either.
I
They
go to 47
35.
too. I go to 47 too. I go to 47. Ain't about nothing.
They they 35s. They 35s that they moved up.
Well, listen. I go to 47 then. Talk to me. We can get
Uh,
it.
give me the fight. Give me 5 fights. How you want to end it? 5 and you done.
Adrian Broner.
All right.
47. I like to fight Brian Norman. Um, who else? Brian Norman, Adrian Broner, Brian Norman. Who else hot? I've been in there with Shakur Stevenson. That's a fight I would do. I would do Shakur Stevenson. Who else? Um,
Shit. Yeah, the boxing scholar. Rolly. I love to see that.
I beat the shit out of Rolly. Give me the princess. Give me the drama queen. I beat the shit out of him. Give me Rolly. I take Rolly. That'll be a tune-up for me. That'll be a tune-up for me. Give me Rolly.
Who else y'all want to see, yo?
I ain't gonna front. The biggest fight that I think that the fans will love is me and AB. Let's
Yeah.
get it. Let's get it. Me and AB.
That build up is gonna be fucking hilarious, yo.
Man, listen.
And
Man,
don't
me
you
and AB, let's get it.
yeah. I like Hank and Mario Barrios. I like that fight. Yeah.
Oh, we can do it. Tell them to send me a contract. I don't duck no smoke. Let's get it. I'm with it.
Yo, so AB been fighting in Miami, bro. I'll fly down there just for that. Yo.
Listen, I'm with it. It don't matter with me. I'm gonna get.
Oh. Hey, Hank, I appreciate you hopping on, man. You were great, man. Can't wait to see you back, man. Uh, hopefully it's before this year is out.
Coming up. That's November the 27th. You know, Allah willing, I'll be on that card. But if not, we working. I got something in the brewer with one of the big promoters from Philly, one of the legendary promoter in Philly. Me and him gonna put our heads together. I'm just waiting for him to give me a call. You know, listen, don't be surprised you see your boy back on TV.
Appreciate you, Hank, man.
My God, man. Hammer and Hank coming to a city and town near you. It's hammer time.
All right, we out of here.
My God.